So walking is an activity that you should be doing every day. If you can't walk effectively, then it's something that you want to work on to be able to return to as quickly as possible, because it's so important for just general health. So your walking stride, you want to have that opposite arm, opposite leg. You don't want to be crossing the body. You don't want the feet turning out. You don't want the knees collapsing. So you want to work towards creating a nice walking stride. Having that nice deceleration, so when the heel strikes, that you can decelerate as that foot's coming over, is to go to the swing phase with the other leg and then into that toe-off position. So that's really important. The calf work, the calf raises, the tib raises really help with that. Having just good basic flexibility in the shoulders, so the arms swing nice and smoothly, and just being able to have a nice erect posture, a good respiratory pattern, so you're not kind of shrugging the shoulders up to breathe, so you can have a nice smooth walking gait. Now past that, you want to go into jogging and sprinting. So walking is something every day, as much as you can, just staying active. People talk about having 10,000 steps a day, but I find that just being active, just going from, if I'm going anywhere, just making sure that I get some walking in. Conditioning the body past just general walking, I recommend people do some backwards walking before you start to speed things up. That's really good for improving the connective tissue strength, improving the health of the ankle, knee, hips and lower back, and that preps you before you start to speed up. Also walking up and down stairs is really good. So the difference between a walk and a jog is just once you've left the ground with both feet. That's when it becomes more of a power move, as opposed to just having always one foot on the ground when you're walking. So it does increase the amount of force that's going into the chain, and it makes it a lot heavier. So if you condition it with walking up and down stairs, walking backwards, then you're going to prep those tissues. And then if you're just doing this program, all the move one movements, or the pulling and pushing movements in the upper body to get that flexibility, to be able to get a nice arm swing, and then also getting lunges, squats, deadlifts, having that flexibility through the hips, and then getting hip flexor strength, but specifically those calf raises and tib raises work really well for conditioning the ankles, knees, so that way you can handle that loading going through there. So as soon as you start to jog, it's just getting that nice opposite arm, opposite leg action, and just being nice and light on the feet. Now you don't have to have the full figure four when you're starting out a light jog. You can just gradually open that up as you speed up. But that figure four position is what you want to progress towards, where you bring the knee up and the opposite elbow up. And then as you get faster, then that heel's going to come right into the butt, the knee's going to come up nice and high, and you're going to have that nice action. So some basic drills that you can do is just doing those knee ups, walking like that, getting butt kicks. So every time you're coming up, bring the knee up, kicking the butt, getting that lighter, so you're getting some jogging type pattern, and then same with the butt kicks. Also just getting your arms to work faster, so getting that nice action there and just speeding it up works really well, just to prep those tissues. And it's also a good thing to get into to get rid of kind of cross body arm swings. And then also it's just those other drills just to get the ankles, knees and hips more aligned, so you can film that from the front. Show me high knees, show me butt kicks, and then also the arm swing from the side, and then those high knees, and then the butt kicks. You can do the straight leg drills as well, which are good just for getting that reach and pulling under. Then you want to show some footage of just jogging from the side. So you have to get a fair amount of distance away to film it, so you can see it clearly over a couple of steps. And then also running straight at the camera as well is really good, to see what's going on there, and having a look specifically at the feet, the ankles, the knees, the hips, and getting that feedback, so that way we can have a look at your jogging stride and then speeding that up into sprints. You want to use different tools to condition it, so walking up and down stairs are great to go from walking into jogging. Then also sled work is really good. Now I have a treadmill that also acts like a sled, so you can do pulls on it, pushes on it, and increase the resistance, which is quite cool. But you don't need something fancy like that. You can just get a cheap sled online and use your ring straps and just drag that, put some weight onto it, or have them over the shoulders to do the walking forwards, or just pull the rings to do the walking backwards. Both really good for improving the strength through the chain of the body before you go into sprints where you've got 1 foot off the ground. And they also work for sprints as well, so when you can do a backward sprint, front sprint as well with that extra resistance. Then when you're going into your sprint workouts, then you want to film those. So I like kind of using 3 to 5 sets, just like all my training, and you might do 15 to 30 seconds of sprinting or jogging or whatever it is that you're working on, and then just walk it out as your rest period. Works quite well. And you might do the same for doing backwards sprints, so sprinting backwards, and then you just can walk it out to walk forward, sprint backwards, walk it out as you rest to walk forward. It's quite cool, just to improve that. But getting those 3 to 5 sets and then going on like a 2-minute round is really simple, really practical, and it's time efficient. If you're doing 5 sets, it's only a 10-minute commitment. And if you're doing the sled work, I like using the sled machine here, and I'll do like a 4-minute workout. It's just 30 seconds forward, 30 seconds backwards, making it quite heavy. So in 4 minutes, got a pretty good conditioning response. Usually I'll finish with that. Before that, I'll do sprints, but I'll do like 30 seconds of sprints, and then I'll just walk on a treadmill for 1.5 minutes, so I have a good rest, and then do 5 rounds of that, and that's quite hard. Once a week I do stairs, so I usually do that on a 2-minute round, so it's 5 sets, 10-minute workout, works really well. So it's just up to you, but it's building that running workout into your week. Obviously it's a little bit disruptive if you've got an inside training environment that you like to train in, and then you've got to go somewhere to sprint outside. That's why I like the treadmill for me, because it just fits it into my day really conveniently. But it is nice to get outside, get inside nature. So if there's somewhere you can train with your rings outside, you can do your other workouts, and then just add that extra 10-minute workout in there. Get some videos to me of where you're at in that walking, jogging, sprinting progression. So if you're just doing some walking now, it's always worth improving it and being a bit more conscious how you walk. If you're jogging, that's great. Let's have some footage from the sides, footage from the front of that. If you're sprinting, let's have some footage of that, just so I can give you some feedback on how you can improve it, and then show me how are you including it into your weekly program, so that way we can work out, maybe if you want to improve this more, you could do it twice a week, or if other things are more important, just keep this going. But you'll probably find if you haven't been doing it, you start doing it, you're going to progress anyway. So get those videos into me. Let's have a look at your running stride, and I will see you soon.